This video is going to give a quick overview about how to use EasyBib to cite your sources. Step 1. Go to EasyBibcom. This is going to be your main place that you will cite your work all the way up until you graduate high school and go beyond if you move into college. It is free for most of the options that you will need, and it is super easy to use. So when we're at EasyBib.com, we're going to be mostly interested in this section here for creating citations. Later, as you move up through the grades, there are all sorts of other things you can do, such as check your paper for plagiarism. There's a super awesome grammar checker built in here. There are a lot of other options that you can do. You can save your research into this whenever you are working online. But for now, we're just going to work with citations. So we will click Create Citations. Then we will decide what source we have used. You will primarily be using websites and books for quite a while, but when you click More, you have a lot of other options too, such as newspapers, YouTube videos, advertisements. You'll just scroll down until you find what it is that you're really trying to cite. For now, we're going to stick with websites. So you will click Websites, and then we will go to our website. So if I researched Yellowstone National Park on Kindle, all you have to do is click in the URL, hit Control-A to highlight it, Control-C to copy it, and then you will go to EasyBib and Control-V to paste it in. When you hit search, it will come up with suggested options for you. In this case, your URL was really strong, and so you just have a single choice. Sometimes, if your URL is not as specific as it needs to be, which is not your fault, it'll just be something about the URL, EasyBib will pull up several different choices down here for you. So if you are concerned about which of these is right, typically you're going to make sure that this title here matches the title of the article you're really trying to cite. If it does, we will click Cite. Other things that EasyBib will do for you is it will let you consider how credible, how accurate your source is. So if you're not super sure that your source is really strong, there are some questions at the bottom for you to consider. If we think it's a good source, we'll hit Cite, and it will ask us to review our information. The left-hand column is all the parts of the citation that EasyBib was able to automatically pull. The right-hand side is information that would typically appear in a citation, but EasyBib was unable to pull this information directly from the website. So when we hit continue, it will give us a chance to edit that. So here it's asking for us to fill out who created this particular article. This will be something that you will definitely be wanting to do as you move into middle and high school, but at this point, we're just beginning our citation and our research journeys, so we are going to skip this because we're just getting a basic citation. So when you scroll down, you will hit Complete Citation, and then it will say it's missing info. That is because we said that we weren't going to fill that in. Because we're just working on basic citations right now, we can choose to ignore this. And we will hover over our citation and click Copy Citation. And it will give us these pop-up box. So these are for other things that you can use EasyBib for. So it will check your paper for grammar and plagiarism, among other things. But we're not at that phase yet, so we are just going to X on out of that box. And then you would go to your paper or your project or your bibliography, and all you have to do is Control-V, and there is my citation. Citations are alphabetized, so if my next citation starts with an A, I just need to enter down and paste my next citation above that. If it starts with a Z, it'll go after that. And last but not least, when we do a citation, our first line is full and our second line is indented. Because you're copy pasting your citations over into a Google Doc, it's not smart enough to know how to do that automatically. So we have to put our cursor on the second line, hit enter, then back, and tab. So you have to tell it that you don't want these lines connected and then tab over. And that is a perfect citation page. It is alphabetized, the second lines are indented, and we have the information that we need. So this is how we will be making our citations for the next many years of your lives. So the important thing is that as we get better and better at using EasyBib, doing our citations properly becomes easier. And because there are so many choices, when you're on EasyBib, you don't have to use anything else to cite your research, because anything that you're looking up, whether it be online or in a book, can be cited in EasyBib.